Hello everyone. So today in this video we'll cover PCF, that is PowerApps Control Framework, which is getting very popular nowadays due to its extensive features. So in this video we'll cover what is PCF, what are the advantages of PCF, how it is different from the web resource and why we need to use PCF, what are the prerequisites if you are planning to build any PCF. Also we are going to see some practical applications by building the PCF, and we'll deploy it into the different environments, and we'll implement into the Canvas app, model driven apps. At the end, if we get time, we'll also check what are the PCF already available and developed by other developers or Microsoft, which we can use it and implement it in our Power Apps. So without wasting time, let's see what is PCF. Okay, PCF here. So PCF, this Power Apps Component Framework, it is a development framework provided by Microsoft for building the custom components. The main thing here in PCF is custom components only, and we are going to deploy these components, we are going to use these components in Power Apps. So with PCF, the developers can create the reusable and fully customizable UI components, and we can use it in Canvas app, model driven app, and other Dynamics 365 applications. So these components can be easily integrated into the app's interface, providing a better functionalities and user experience. So to know more about this PCF, you can just go to this Microsoft URL and you can see that what is this PCF, how is it different from the web resource, what are its advantages, licensing and all. So we are going to see each of them one by one. So this PCF, it is really a powerful tool which can be used to extend the functionalities of Power Apps, which cannot be achieved by JavaScript or out-of-the-box functionalities. And now in the PCF we have the concept called code components. So see, this is Power Apps, and if you come here, we have another URL for code components. So this code components, it is a type of solution component. Solution components, like whenever we import or export the solution, so it is kind of that only. It is a code component in a solution. So it means they can be included in a solution file and imported into different environments. Okay, once you create the PCF, it will give you a solution which you can go to your test environment or UAT environment and simply import it there and use it. So once the solution is built, it will contain all the code components, and once it is this code component is imported into your system, in order to use this code components, you should have the access, security role of administrator and system customizer, so that you'll be able to configure the columns. You can use it for the subgrade, views, dashboard subgrade. Everywhere you can apply this PCF and the code components. Now coming to here, how is it different from the web resource? So this JavaScript or this web resource component, whenever you apply it into your model driven app or in the forms, it will go ahead and render at the end in the application at the last. But if you see the PCF, it will be, this code components are rendered as a part of the same context. So as soon as the page is loaded, it will be loaded at the same time, but it doesn't happen with the JavaScript. Another difference is you can bundle all the HTML, CSS and TypeScript into single solution, and you can move across all the environments. You can go to anywhere and you can simply import it. Also, it is available via App Store. So this is another topic. Now you can click on this one to know more about it. Also, you can create code component that can be used across. Okay, so it help you to apply it and reuse it on the phone, tablet, apps, everywhere, kind of that. So now what are the advantages? So if one second, for the advantage, there are a lot of advantages, but I have just covered few of them. So the first one is customization. So this PCF allows developers to create highly customized components which can be tailored to specific business needs. And normally this whatever we are going to achieve via PCF is not easily achievable via out-of-the-box control or JavaScript. Another one is reusable. So once the PCF components are built, it can be used across all the multiple apps, like that and all. And even once you have created PCF, it can be used by other developers also. So this promotes code sharing and reduces the development time for your colleagues or for other developers. Seamless integration, simply you can integrate smoothly with all the apps and make it visible to others. Improve performance. So this PCF components are really lightweight and efficient, so which helps in better app performance. So in this way, these all are the advantages. You can go one by one. I'll just skip this one and coming to the prerequisites now. So before, if you're trying to build any PCF, first of all, you need to have Visual Studio Code, VS Code, Node.js, Power Platform CLI, and .NET Build Tools. These things should be installed in your system. After that only you'll be able to build the PCF. Otherwise, you'll get some error that something is missing and all. So here we are going to see. I have created one. So we are going to create a PCF which will allow the words, whatever we write, it will be glowing. We can specify the size, weight, the weight, and whether it's going to be bold or whatever. But once you let me show in the, if you select this one, and suppose if I'm going to write dynamics power, right? Dynamics power. So whatever you write, this text should glow on its own. And you can also specify the color of it, like red. If I give red, it will change and it will glow accordingly. So we are going to build this glowing texture and apply it into the both model driven app and canvas app. So this one I have taken the help of Clevin. His video only I referred to make this glowing text. So if you want, you can go and check his videos as well. So I'll be explaining how we can create the PCF, how we can add the properties, how we can render it when text is updated, how we can change this what you call text size like 50. All those things we'll cover in this video, and I'll explain each thing one by one. So now first of all, let's create a folder. Here, let's create a folder and give it a name. Dynamics Power. And now this folder is created, right? Now we are going to open this folder in the Visual Studio Code. So open with, where is open with? Okay, let's just open here itself and we'll drag it. Okay, so now this Dynamics Power folder is opened in the Visual Studio Code. Okay, now let's come here and we are going to first open the terminal so that we can give some command to create the PCF. So come here, go to terminal, new terminal. Here we have. So first of all, make sure that you have Visual Studio Code installed and Node.js, Power Platform CLI, and .NET Build Tools. Otherwise, you'll not be able to build this project. So we are going to use the command called pat. Okay. So this PSC, it is a Power Platform CLI command, which is used to configure so many things in the Power Platform, and in that one we can configure PCF as well. Okay. So if you come here, after executing this one, you can see PCF somewhere. It should be here. We have the PCF command. Okay. Now in the PCF, we are going to create the component, and we are going to initialize, give the name, something like that here. So for that, we have the command called PCF. PCF is the component. and then initialize it, giving the namespace. We can give it as glowing text, and name also you can give the same name as glowing text, and you can give the template. Okay, so see here, I think this one is created. The PowerApp Component Framework was successfully created. It has been created. Now it is asking to run npm install, so that it will install all the related modules. So we are going to run that one, npm install. So now it is installing all the modules, and it may take some time, okay, to install all the modules. So meanwhile, let's see if we have we'll get one folder structure here. See, it has given some TCS glowing text here, and we have index.ts and control manifest input.xml. So mainly these two are the folders where we are going to write our code. So this index.ts will be writing the code for our PCF component. This is like a kind of TypeScript file which will include the init method where we'll be writing the code. It will also include the update method where whenever we are writing any the name in the text box, it will update automatically. At the same time, it will show the output, destroy. All the things will be handled within index.ts. Same way in the manifest, this file, it includes the metadata, properties, resources, and other users information. So properties in the sense like we used here, right? If you go here, we can see the property we have this text size, text weight, text color, and all. So these are the property. These all things we are going to configure it in the manifest file. So it is still loading, and after these two files, we are also going to create another file called some glowtext.css, so that we can use the glow functionality via the CSS and apply in this PCF component. Now this is packages, looking funding, everything is done. So now let's run. Let's build the project now. npm, sorry, here it should be npm run build. So it's going to build the project now. Initializing, validating control. Okay, now once the project is built, we are going to use start watch. This is start watch command. It will help us to trace the components in the real time in the browser. Whatever we are updating in the PCF control or in the code components, whatever the code changes we are going to do, everything will be reflected to the browser, in the browser, with npm this command, with the npm start watch. Sorry for I'm doing that once again. npm start watch, start. So it will keep rendering. PCF components, watch, initializing and all. Okay. So once this is done, I think it will open a new browser. It will open a new page in the browser. So meanwhile, let's see here in what are the codes available in the index.ts. So if you come here, see, this is the export. It have created this glow text class, and we have update view, we have initialization, init method. Here we'll be writing the code, and whatever we want to update it, we'll be writing in the update view. To get the outputs, we'll be writing here the code. So for everything is all self-explanatory. details are given here. You can just go through each of them if you want to know more about this. What is this param context, the entire, this is bag available, callback, something and all. In the control manifest also, all the details are already given for the code. So this is glowing text, this is constructor, here this is the property name, this is resources. So it is using index.ts, which is here, which is referring there. So I think it has already opened new. Okay, here you can see this is the basic view. Whenever we are creating new PCF, this will come in the first place. So now this one is done. So let's provide some details in the index.ts so that it will reflect here. So coming here in the index.ts, so here let's create a HTML element and give it a name, something like glowing curve text. Okay, so you can select from the intelligence only. Okay, so we have created this HTML variable now, and now we are going to initialize it. So in the init method, let's initialize it here. This dot, what is the code we have given? Glowing curve text, right? So init this dot glowing curve in text is equal to document dot create element and we are going to put everything in the div tag. Okay, now we are going to give some, see, if we save it and if we come here, currently nothing is there, right? So we are going to give some input here, okay, so that if whatever we provide give in this one, it should be shown in the interface. So let's give some code for that. This dot glowing curve text is equal to, let's give the name dynamics power. Okay, and let's also append it so that it should not throw what is glowing curve text. Okay, this one we need to, so this is HTML tag, right? And let's append it now. So it is throwing some error right now. Maybe it is because of not proper formatting. So it is throwing error because it is outside this braces. Actually it should be inside it. So now let's check if it is showing this dynamics power in the page or not. Let's save it, and here we have dynamics power, it is showing, right? So now, but here it is the constant value. If suppose if here Rajnish is there or XYZ is there, it is not showing that value. So I want whatever value we are providing in the value here, it should reflect here. And also the property name, it is showing as sample property. So actually this one, it is taking from the manifest file. Here if you see, we have sample property, right? So we are going to change this as well, and we are going to see if it is reflecting. We want some our name, custom name. So for that, let's change the name now. Let's give the name as glowing curve text, and here also we are going to use the same name. Okay, no, let's give it another name, glow curve text, and description also we can change it to glow curve text. Remaining type single line text is file bound, users required, this is fine, right? So let's see if it is up showing here or not. Let's, okay, here you can see the property has been changed to glowing curve text. So you can give any name. Currently I have given as curve text only. Now I want to change the value. I want to change this value, whatever I enter here, it should reflect here. Okay, so for that, let's go to the index, and here in the init method we have those currently we are giving the hard-coded value as dynamics power, right? So let's remove it and give whatever the user is giving, that one it should reflect. So for that, we can give if context, stick parameters, and parameter we are taking for glow, right? Glow, and if it is raw, okay, then what we are doing, we need to take the value this dot glow curve and taking in HTML, and in this one I want to take it from the user only. So take this one and provide it here. Now whatever a user is providing, it will be reflected there. And let's just remove this hard-coded value from here, and let's check now. Okay, so here if I'm giving any name, dynamics, and if I refresh it, it is taking the new value. But again here the problem is, if I'm entering anything new, it's not reflecting currently. It is only when the page is loading, that time it is reflecting the new value. So we are going to write the same code in the update as well. So if this one, let's put it in the update method so that it should reflect at the same time. Coming here, so maybe I need to save. So let's give a name as today is Sunday. So as soon as we are typing it, it is reflecting here. So this is working fine now. Now currently we are only taking the text. So I want this text to show on according to my wish. Like I want it to be bold, I want it to the size to be big, like covering the whole area. I want to give some colorful name and all. So those things, like if you go to any Canvas app, you'll be able to see this. We have text size, text weight and all for any text box. So we are going to give those details into the manifest file where we set this property, right? Property name is equal to glowing curve text, this and this. So for this, let's just copy this one and give different name. first I want text size. Okay, copy the name and put it here. We are just going to rename it text size, property text size, and single line, and users is not equal to 1. It should be the input. We are going to take the value from the user and reflect it, change the text box. So same thing will go for remaining as well. This one, users should be input. Okay, and let's check weight. So let me just pause the video and put right and then come back. So I have pasted all the property name, text weight, text color and all, and let's see if whether it's reflecting in the browser or not. Okay, it's refreshing, rendering. And if you want to know how it is rendering, simply see in the down in the terminal, it is showing that reloading the browser, rendering and all those details are here. So now you can see that this, along with the glowing curve, text size, text what you call the text type, weight and everything is visible here. Now I want to take the value for all these properties and I want to reflect here, because currently if I enter anything in the text size, it's not going to work. Okay, it's not, nothing is working. So I'll just paste some code in the index as well, so that it will take it will, all those properties should work. So here we have in the init method, let's just copy for this property and paste it. Okay, total 3 other properties. So here the context that right now I want text size we gave, right? So here it should be text size, and here also instead of glowing curve text it should be text size. Same thing here, it should be text weight. So now I have pasted all the value here. If you see glowing text curve, for the text size we are using style.font size, for the text weight we are using style.font weight. Everything I have just copied and pasted. Okay, now the same thing I'm going to put it in the update method as well, so that whenever if you're providing the value for the text size and text weight, at the same time it should update in the page. So this whole thing, let's copy it and paste it here, and once this is done, let's see, currently we are not getting error, and let's see the page is rendering. If we give the value 60, okay, it is not working. Maybe need to check what's wrong in the code. Let's see. Well, let's check the value first. Let's give it as 100. Okay, it is working actually. If we give it as 200, it is taking the value. Okay, and if I give weight should be bold. Okay, it is taking. So everything is working now, right? But the main thing, see, we are able to update the value here. We are able to change the text size, everything, but still we are not getting the glowing feature, right? So in order to have add the glowing feature, we need the CSS. So let's go to the file, and here let's add another folder called glow text. Glow text. Okay, and now add a file under this folder, glow text. Let's give it as glowing text dot css. Okay, now we are going to write some code in the css so that the text should glow. So for that I have already written the code. I'll just copy and paste it here. Give me a second. So let's add it here. Now we have added it here. It's simply like it's showing that taking the text shadow and implementing the glow feature. Let's save it. And now I'm going to give this this path into the index right here. So in the index, sorry, not under index, but into the manifest file. Under the resources, we have already added for the index.ts, right? So the same way we need to do to add the CSS file as well. So this one, file name is glow text, right? So here it should be, path should be glow text, and it was, another name is glowing text.css, right? glowing text.css. See, this one is glow text, and under that one we are having, sorry, here a glow text and glowing text.css. So we have added it. Let's save it and see in the browser. And text color, let's give it as red. So currently the glowing text is not showing here, so maybe I think we need to stop this implementation VSS which is running here, and we need to build it again, then only it will show. So let's exit it here in the terminal. And let's build it again, npm build, right? npm build, and let's close this browser as well, so it will render the latest one. Run build. Okay, again there is some problem. Okay, let's see. I think we may have missed something in the index. So in the index we need to actually add it in the initialization as well here. Where is it? In it we have, right, we are appending here. So here we need to give the path here as well. So it should be this. What is the name? This dot, the name is glowing curve text, right? So glowing curve text and class list dot add, and what is the function name is glow. Okay, so now it should work. Let's come here and build it again, npm run build. Let's see if it's showing any error or not. No, it's not showing any error. Okay, a manifest file instance path does not match the pattern. Okay, so let's come here and check if the path is correct or not. Here we have, so actually here instead of code we need to give CSS, not the code, right? That's why it is showing some error. Save it, run it again. These are the small things. Even if you make a small mistake, the code will not run, so that's acceptable, not a problem. Now we need to just troubleshoot it. Let's see, it is validating. Okay, it is working fine, I think, otherwise it may have shown the error. Now we are going to follow the same step. We are going to run the command npm start watch, and it will render in the browser. So start watch. Now it should, the glowing feature should work now actually. So it's rendering. Let's wait for a second. It is loading. Okay, now finally it is showing the glowing text. Now suppose if I change the name to dynamics power and I want it as 100 only, and I want the color as purple. Yeah. So it is working fine now. So now finally we have developed the PCF code component. Now what we are going to do is we are going to pack the solution, initialize it, and import this PCF solution into our environment where we can use it and implement in model driven app and canvas app. So for that, what we need to do is we need to create a solution. Sorry, we need to create a file. So first let's stop it. And let's create a solution, file first. So to create file, you will need to know mkdir and give it a name like something solution. Okay, PCF solution. Let's give it the name as PCF solution. And okay, it has created the folder. So now let's initialize this solution PCF control, and actually it is a kind of package solution only. That's why it is easy to manage all the files in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. All the node packages will be in this solution. Okay, so here let's choose pack. Okay, and now let's initialize it PSE solution. These are the commands you can search in the Google and get the command how we can pack the solution in the PCF. So that's how I have also got. So initializing, and publisher name we need to set. Publisher name we can give, once again, give it as dev, and publisher prefix we can give something like dev itself. Fine. So need to be careful with the command, it may throw some error. Okay, publisher name is missing a required component, something like that. So let's see once again what is the code. PSC solution we're initializing and giving the publisher name. Okay, and then publisher prefix div looks fine only for me. So sometimes what happens, if it's showing error, then we can come out of this terminal and check in the command prompt. So cmd, let's check it. Let's copy the path. Okay, paste it here. Let's come here, and here let's run that command which we ran here. So what was the command? It was this one, right? Not this one. Not this one. Let's copy it. Control C, and here sometimes you may get error if you are not having MS build or some like the prerequisite. If it's not there, you will get the error. So here it is showing that publisher name, everything are required component, publisher is still missing. Okay, now I got. So actually we are getting this error because we are trying to execute it in some other path. In the previously what we did, we created another solution, right? So here if you see here itself, I think one PCF solution I created, mkdir PCF solution. So actually we need to execute it here, not in this path. So for that, first let's go to this path, which is cd . sorry, not this one, this with slash, and it is PCF solution, PCF. Okay, actually here we need to implement that code, right? Dev. Okay, here it should work. Now you can see a required argument publisher is still missing. Okay, finally, actually there was some there was syntax mistake in the publisher name, that's why it was not creating. Now you can see that database solution file were successfully created for this project. Okay, so now once it is created, what we need to do now is we need to compile. 1 second. So solution is initialized now, and now we are going to add the reference to this project. So for that we need the command PAC solution we created and add reference path. What is the path? Path is this one, right? PCF. So this path only we are going to give. Control C. Okay. PAC solution add reference. Okay, now we have added the reference as well. You can see project reference has been added successfully. Now the last thing is we need to build. Okay, we need to build the solution. So for that we can do ms build. And it may take some time to build. Okay, good. Some user reference, the term ms is not recognized. Okay, not a problem. We can check this in the command line here. PCF solution. cd, that's what is the file name, solutions, PCF solution, ms build. ms build is not recognized as an internal or external command. Okay, so I think we do not have this ms build. Let's check whether actually whenever if we have this Visual Studio, this ms build will be there by default. So let's check why this error is showing. Still it's showing error. So let's see if it is installed or not. Go to your PC, local disk. In the user profile we have this Visual Studio somewhere, right? MS Visual Studio in the installer. Okay, not in the installer, in the 2019. Actually we have this one here, right? So in the version, let's set the path in the command line here. So first let's set it, let's close it and open as an administrator. Okay, and here we are going to set the path, the one which we saw right now. So the command is like set path, and we have this modulus. Copy the path from here, this one, copy and paste it here. Let's see. Okay, now let's try to build the solution here. So the command was, okay, no problem, ms build, right? actually the issue here we are getting is the MS build should be combined. It should not be separated, right? So just remove the extra space and try to build it now. Build started, and now it's building the project, building the solution. So successfully, you need to be very careful with this command. Even a single code or even a single line can stop building the solution. So be careful. Now it may take some time here. So let's see. Okay, it is generated fine. Build succeeded. Okay, now let's check the code here. It was glowing context. If you see here, one file of solution, PCF solution is created here, and in this one we have this bin and this PCF solution. So this PCF solution, it is the main solution which we are going to import in our environment. So now to the main thing to know, like I have all this one. So in the model driven app, PCF is enabled by default, but if you see for the Canvas app, you have to enable it. So here currently this one is my test environment. Here I have already enabled it, but now this is my production environment, and I have created one app as well, PCF model driven app. So if I play it, let's in the apps here, and I'll show you. Currently I have not added 1 minute. First let's import the solution so that it will take some time, and meanwhile I'll show you the PCF as well. So first import the solution. Go back, import solution, browse, desktop. In Dynamics Power we have solution in the bin folder, debug, and this is the solution actually. Now this one you can add into any environment and use the code component. Okay, so import. Okay, now it may take some time. Meanwhile I'll show you. This is my model driven app which I have created. So if I come here, currently importing the solution fine, and if you see here 2 records I have already created. One is Bangalore city is something and all. So currently it is showing as normal text, right? Once I enable the PCF control, it should be showing as a glowing one, like this one. Same way, let's first enable it this PCF for the Canvas app. So coming here, go to admin center. We have to select the environment where we want to enable it. So environments, I want to enable it for the production environment. Production environment, go to the setting, and there should be some features. Okay, product, let's go for the features. Now here you can enable and disable. So many features are here, AI Copilot and all this. Also you can do it from here, but our focus would be on the Canvas app. See, it is disabled by default. Now come here and click on save. So if you have not saved it, if you try to add the component in the Canvas app, you'll not get this get more components. If you click, you'll not get this option of Canvas and code. So suppose if I come here, solution imported successfully, correct? So now let's go to this one, a PCF demo, and add it for the, check it for the model driven app first. So in the tables, we have the form, PCF form, edit it. Now the glow context should be showing in that control. So let's go to the classic view. Same way, meanwhile let's check the model driven app. I'll create one model driven app, both I'll show at the same time only. So Canvas app, Canvas PCF, create it. Now here first we need to add the code component. So to add the code component, click on the plus button. Here we have get more components, and see now this is visible. So click on the code, and here our PCF glowing context is visible, right? So select this one, import. This is in the Canvas app right now. Let's add this one, and we are going to give some text here like dynamics power. Text size, let's give it as 100, weight bold, and color purple. It's working fine, and let's add another one. Give it as anything Bangalore. Text size 40, bold, color should be red. Okay, so now you can see both are glowing. If you see carefully, both are glowing. See, going up, coming down, and this is in the Canvas app. Now to use in the model driven app, this is the form. I want to show in the company this field. You can enable it for any field, whatever you like. And in the controls, currently it is text box, so I'm going to add the control, and here it should show me my glowing text here. Add it. Now you see it is asking, if I try to add, it is showing the error because we have given the property as input. So it is asking for the size. So size, I want to give it as 70. Okay, I want to give text weight as bold, and the color should be red. Okay, save and publish it. Now here in the app, where is it? This app here, it should reflect not the text box but the glowing one. So let's refresh it. Do a hard refresh. Okay, maybe it is not published yet. Company name, let's check it again whether it is added or not. Controls. Okay, we have not enabled it. We have added it. This was the mistake. Okay, enable it. Click on OK. Click on save. Publish. Now it should work. Make sure you have checked all for tablet, phone, and web, so that it will be so reflecting in all the places. Coming here, hard refresh. Published. So it's okay. Finally, it is reflecting here. This is in the model driven app. Same way, if I open any other record like the first one, it is reflecting correctly. So if you want to change the color, again you can go here only in the controls. You can give some other color like yellow or purple or orange, anything, and here it will show that color only in this one in the app. So now coming to the conclusion, what we discussed here today was, and also we have this one we have developed the custom PCF. Now there are already existing some other custom default PCF which you can enable it. So for that, if you come here, or maybe if you go to the controls, I think it should be visible. So maybe those default or already existing one I'll cover in the another video. If you want to know any particular one, just let me know in the comment. I'll cover that. So meanwhile, if I go and add control, you will see that autocomplete, AI builder, these are already provided by the Microsoft itself. Table picker, work, some calendar control, so many. These all are already existing. So if you don't want to create any custom PCF, you can simply select it from here and you can add it and you can just enable it. Okay, here this one. Once you enable it, it will be applied to your that field. So now coming to the final part here, what we discussed was PowerApps component, its introduction, what are its advantage, how it is different from the web resources, prerequisites, and we build a PCF code component as well as deployed it. We checked everything. So maybe some things which we need to be careful while writing the code is we need to be careful with the commands. We should have all the prerequisite already installed in the system. If you face any issue, then do let me know. I'll try to solve it. And if you want to know more about the Power Apps, you can just go to this website, Power Apps, and this is code components. And if you want to know some best practices or other tutorials, anything, okay, we have, I think, already some sample code sample components. Everything is already given here, so you can come select anything and you can use it in your model driven app or canvas app, and also make sure that you have enabled the PCF for canvas app, otherwise the option will not be visible while developing the app. So that's all for today. If you have any doubt, you can just post it. Thank you. Bye bye.